Alrighty, guys. It's Jules, and it is time for a stitch with me. And we are going to do Apothecary Shop today, because that is our feature piece of the week. So, I'm not sure how much you can tell I've gotten done so far. Whoops, sorry, that was the door kind of semi-opening. I just filled in a bunch of different things all through here. And, so, got a bunch of colors I brought up here. Got myself a needle. Just got to get ready to get going here. I'm excited because we're going to make some progress on this piece. Blah, blah, blah. What day is it? It's April 6th? Is that right? Is that right, birds? Okay. 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 Hip, hip, hooray, okay. The dogs are being crazy outside because somebody must be walking their dog in the back. That's what happens on a Sunday morning. That sounds like a dog from like 3 doors down barking now. We're going to get a nice close-up view of the stitching this week. Yes, we are. I set the camera down a little further so we could see things a little bit better. So, I just want to make sure that I... 2, 3, I'm pretty sure I do that one. Yes. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Oh, woke up and got a lot to do today. Didn't get really anything done in terms of stitching. Well, I got a little stitching done yesterday, but hardly anything. Worked on, what's it called? Reaper. And, and Rainy Waterloo Place. So the last couple days I got Rainy Waterloo Place page done. I'm going to put a picture up on the blog today about that. And I got... Whoa, what's that? Why is that there? My husband's going to be yelling at the dogs. He needs to let them in. He will. Or not let them in. Their door's wide open. They just... barking. There's the barking. Okay, now we're good here. So... But anyway, so I got some more Reaper done. I'm going to do some more today, too, and get that, work towards getting that one page finished. Then I'll have that whole top row finished on Reaper. That's going to be awesome. That will be awesome. But anyway, so I didn't get a lot done yesterday. I worked, and then, let's see, Friday night I think I went to bed pretty early. And... let's see, and then Thursday I ended up getting kind of wrapped up playing a video game all day, that's what happens when I play video games. I get nothing else done. And I was playing WoW, World of Warcraft, which a couple of my friends play a lot of and kind of swept me into it. I hadn't played it in a long time, but I was like, I want a game to play. So I started playing that one, and now I got to just force myself not to spend too much time on it. And, but then, yeah, yesterday I was working on Reaper, which I was super happy about. That was very cool. And then, yeah, so what I did yesterday was I actually got together with some of my old college dorm mates from way back in the day, from the early 90s. And some of them I hadn't seen in 25 years. And one of my friends came in town from England. It's my old roommate from college for a couple of years. And she has family that happens to live pretty close to where I live, which is funny in the scheme of everything. And so she comes home every year for her nephew's birthday. And when she does, we all get together. So I had a few extra people come down from around abouts the state for this year's reunion. And so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun catching up. So today I woke up and I'm like, yay, I got the whole day. The whole day to work on stuff. And I got a lot to do. And I'm excited. Motivation has been lacking for a bit. For a wee tad. Got 2 lists, got 2 long email lists today sent to me the last couple days of folks to add to the Foss Tube channel. So we shall be doing that. Or not to the Foss Tube channel, to the page on the blog that has all the Foss Tube channels. And I'm going to be in search of a table format that is easy to put together and that is easy to maintain. I know of a couple of different ways to do tables in WordPress, but it's going to require a lot of work to go back and redo that. So I need to do that somewhat differently. So, because to be perfectly honest with you, when I created the list, I guess I just didn't really anticipate the list being like as big as it's getting. So it's going to be over 300 today. I'll probably put out another little short video about it. And but it's just so awesome. So awesome. And I just love finding, you know, when people tell me, go check out this channel, and I go look at some, and I was like, wow, look at all the videos they've done, or, you know, look at the works they're doing. And it's just, I'm glad that there's going to be a place where everybody can come and look. Super happy about that. Super duper. I also want to throw out that the person who won the last Ronnie Rowe thing that we did wants to thank again the person who, I know you're both watching, so wants to thank the person who donated it, because she appreciates it very, very much, and she loves it, and she just wants to say thank you again. And I know that the person who donated it did not want their name to be said, so they're both super awesome, and we're all enjoying our Ronnie Rowe. So we all the way home. Let's see. Now we gotta put in some more of this color down about here. Just gotta shift this around a bit. Doop 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 doop. Literally just like woke up, got up out of bed, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. So I'm still a little bleary-eyed. So let's talk about books for a second. So I'm still waiting for one of my many books that I love, that I really want to finish reading. I'm still waiting for them to pop up on my what's it called? Overdrive. I almost said Overwatch. It's a video game. To pop up on my list. But I grabbed a couple other books to kind of, I don't know, just stuff I'd heard of, and I was like, oh, let me try these out, kind of thing. One of them that I started listening to was The Magic of Tidying Up, or the cleaning up thing or whatnot. It's like the Japanese model of, it's kind of the Sheng Fei. Is it Sheng Fei? Sheng Fei? I never get that right, because I don't really practice that per se. But the funny thing is that I do practice it without realizing that I'm practicing it. One of the things that they preach is that, okay, wait, I'm going to get this wrong, but you guys hopefully will know what I'm talking about. That energy or focus or whatever it is comes into your house from the northwest corner of your house. And funnily enough, that's where I have my desk where I do all my stitching and my computer stuff and everything. So I thought that was kind of funny. I'm already set up, sort of. But, so, you know, I've been meaning to kind of go through and do a really good spring cleaning of the house and get some things taken care of. What am I doing with this thing? Bop, right there, right. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, there. And so I was like, Monday morning, before I went to work, I was like, all right, I want to clean up a little bit. I want to do some stuff. So let me just start listening to this book. So I listened to like the first couple chapters of the book. And while I was listening to the first chapters of the book, I like filled my car up with things to donate. I got 3 big old bags of things to toss. And just in like an hour's time, basically, I was motivated. So I figure maybe sometime this week when I've got a little bit of time, I'll listen to the next couple chapters, and that'll motivate me to get another load of stuff. I'm not following the book at all. The book kind of says, don't do a little bit at a time. It only makes a difference if you go through and do it all at once. And so, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. I don't, because see, then what happens is I either have to rent like a big dumpster, or I have to have a bunch of trash in my thing for a while, because, you know, I don't have like an unlimited trash pickup kind of thing. And so it's just kind of funny. And part of it is, no disrespect intended, but I feel like the author has a little bit of a OCD about like not having a lot of material in the house, like just having bare necessities. Like, you listen to her tell her story of like as she grew up, how she learned about, you know, or as she practiced keeping things lean. She I was like, yeah, you're a little obsessed in that direction. So, but that's okay. That's okay. You love the way you do things, and it's all good. But I am learning some stuff, so we are going to be downsizing the junk in the house that we don't use, that I've accumulated, that I don't need. And so I took a bunch of stuff to the Salvation Army, and the downside of that is they don't take everything. They wouldn't take everything that I had, so I was like, oh man, now what am I going to do with it? So I'll probably put it up on Craigslist or something and sell it that way. But I was pretty happy about that, because if I do that for another couple weeks, the house is really going to be nice. Really nice. Don't worry, birds, we're not downsizing you guys. You still have this big, huge cage, and you'll be super happy about everything. But anybody, making progress. Oh, and then I mistakenly said that this page was almost done. No, I got more to grid down here. It's halfway done at about where I'm at right here. So I was mistaken in saying that. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get this next little bit of... oh, there we go. I didn't bother to highlight that, so that makes it a lot easier. There. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. What am I doing even? Hold on. Oh, there I am. Okay. I was like, I don't even know where I'm at. Here we go. We're going to do this right here. Boopy, boopy, boo. Boopy, 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 boo. Boopy, 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 boo. Okay, then we're going to go way up here. Way up here and stretch this thing out. Here? There, yep. That would be correct. We'll be finishing up with this little color for a bit. Boom. Shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. The birds are also trying to wake up this morning. Oh. And I will do an interlude video today. I will. Last week I just didn't feel like it. Couldn't do it. So we missed a week, but that's okay. It might just mean that this week's is going to be a little longer. That's oakley dokley. Although I did go through quite a bit of comments, especially retaining to the Foss Tube channel. So I don't, I may not have as many to do. I'm going to highlight here for a second. I cannot believe, I'm going to talk about this for a second. I cannot believe that my Blues won. Well, last night, I didn't see if they finished that way, but they were in first place last night in their division. And I still am a poor, well, I'm not that poor of a fan, but I'm a pretty poor fan. I mean, I've been watching what they've been doing, but I've not been watching them. So that's been kind of sad. But I did watch them lose in, was it overtime? I watched the last 5 minutes of the game and then watched the overtime, and maybe it also went into a shootout. I think it did go into a shootout, that's right. And so I watched that, and I got real crazy about it too. My husband was like, holy cow, maybe I'm glad that you didn't watch the season. And I was like, yeah, you better be glad. I'm waiting for the playoffs. Playoffs start this week, and it's going to be nuts. So I'm really looking forward to that, just across the board, because I've kind of been, I guess you could say I've been saving myself for the playoffs, because I didn't want to get too crazy about it before the playoffs start, because playoffs are everything. So we got that starting this week. My San Jose Shark fan, you guys going to beat the Vegas Knights? Ooh, that's going to be a close one. That's going to be a good series. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So that's good. And then all you crazy baseball people, excited about baseball starting? Yep. There is fun in the air. All that good stuff. So, fun in the air. What shall we do? We're going to do a little 310, because there is a little 310 that goes in this little dark area here. So we're going to put a little bit in there. A wee tad, as I like to say. Ooh, boy. My husband wants to go see Shazam. I'm not really, like, excited to go see Shazam, but my husband wants to go see it. So I was like, babe, just go see it. He's done that a couple times since we've been married. I don't know. I like Zach Levi. I like him a lot. But I didn't have a lot of interest in seeing this one. Got so much to do at home. And yesterday was... Everything would end up being out and about. Friday night we cleaned some. We had to clean when we got home from work, because the dogs destroyer of worlds. And hopefully I'll have the wherewithal to finish that video that I started last week and never put up. Oh, I have so much on my plate, and 90% of it is stuff that I put on myself, related to a lot of different things. But last week I was sort of like, I was kind of done. Like, I just was like, I needed a vacation away from everything. And so what I could put off, I did. Birdie, birdie, birdies. Birdie, birdie, birdies. Birdie, birdies. Wow, you guys are in tandem. You singing to each other? Sailor, you better not be blocking your brother from getting food. Better be letting him get food. Chirp, chirp. And then another book I've been listening to is I just want to hear this part of it. It's called The Monuments Men, and there was that movie that was based on it a few years back. And I watched the movie, and I just didn't think the movie was very well done, partially because it was just too big of a cast, and there's too many different stories going on at the same time. So it just never really flowed well. It never really had much emotion tied to it that you really understood, that I understood. And basically it's about this real life group of what they call themselves monuments men, who in World War II were commissioned to try and preserve Europe's monuments and statues and all the things of beauty that Europe has from just being around for, a couple centuries. And multiple centuries. Look at that. I went and didn't do that right. So let me just go back and do that better. Go do that over again. And so they were, literally commissioned by the U.S. Army, who understood that, plowing through Europe, even though it, had to be done, you got to go through and try and save those old churches, museums. People have these beautiful paintings, and that Hitler had actually stolen quite a lot of it. He definitely wanted to acquire the world's most beautiful things and whatnot. So he had stolen a lot. And and there were just a few guys. Like the war was the war, and these guys were, while they were important, like nobody would give them a lot of extra people. Like they didn't have staffs. They didn't have, like, they had to find their own transportation, and they had to, it was just crazy. And so, but it's very interesting. Finding it very interesting so far. So I'm not a big art lover, but I understand the importance of art. But that's what I'm listening to right now. While I'm literally just waiting for the Dresden Files book to come. I still got at least a month on that one. And that's okay. Good things come to those who wait. But I definitely need to, in another couple weeks, put myself on the list for the next book in the series after that one, so that I don't have to wait quite as long. Because they're good. Alright, got that color finished. Oh, we gotta lean down. Yeah, this color because it fell off. Oh, there we go. Let's highlight a little bit. Alright, I'm going to wind this color back up too. I'll wind it up. Super excited about having that Rainy Waterloo Place page done. That is awesome. So I'm finally going to work on that last page in that row. I've partially gridded it out. Hey, monkeys. Hey, monkeys. Monkeys. But when I do get it, I'm super excited. Let's see. J is this one. I made a big stain. And somehow, despite the fact that this is within... There must be a break in it somewhere, because I spilled something on it. got on both sides. So I'm like, well, this is not as impervious as it used to be. So I got to change that out. Put a new cover on it. Did I show you guys that I have? So I got my two cross-stitch collectibles lists. So I've got my Apothecary Shop on one side and then baseball on the other. So that helps with just minimizing things that I will lose. But I gotta put it in a new thing. Might even need to make a copy. It's gonna be a few years before I finish everything here. Birds, I feel your excitement. I know it's a beautiful day. I know the sun's shining in. You got a lot to say. Oh, and speaking of sports, so apparently we're in the running for, well, I guess you guys are gonna know this before, well, I'm gonna tell you here, and then I'm gonna find out before I put it up, so you'll know that I found out about it, but I think we're close to being in the running for winning one of the brackets at my husband's work. I filled out the brackets, and so, because I vaguely knew sort of who's good, who's not good, and I think I'm in the perfect position to kind of pick games, because I don't know too much. Because when you know too much, then you're like, oh, well, Duke's going to win the whole thing, and da-da-da-da-da, and this bracket that I picked, I had got it right, saying Michigan State was going to beat Duke, and so I got that part right, and then, but it boils down to if Michigan State won last night. So if Michigan State won, I think we lost it. We basically lost it, probably finished second or third. And then if Michigan State lost, then we might win that bracket, which I haven't won a bracket in like 25 years or something. So that would be awesome. It doesn't come with winning any money. There's some kind of a belt, championship belt that you get to wear. And I'm like, honey, if we win this, you gotta wear the belt. I want a picture. Because it's a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. So, with my old roommate coming in town last night, I had a lot of great talk about the whole Brexit thing, which I'm not going to get into because I know my UK watchers are going to be like, oh, don't talk politics. But I love talking with someone who is like from someplace else and asking their opinion about what's going on in different situations, because I think it's just fascinating. So fascinating. But oh yeah, and Game of Thrones or whatever. Yeah, I still haven't watched it. I know I'm going to get spoiled. Somebody's going to be like, I'm going to hear it somewhere. Hopefully I won't know what it means. And so in 4 years when I watch it and I tell you guys, dudes, there's this great series. It's called Game of Thrones, and it's the best thing ever. Have you seen it? Because I'm like that. I'm always about 4 years behind the curve on everything. And because I'm one of those people that I don't follow the crowd, and that's just not what I do. And so, although I do want to watch, is it Umbrella Academy? But that's because my husband said it was great. So at some point I'll watch it. I'm getting out of focus. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's kind of, but I just don't watch. A big reason right now where I'm not watching TV. I gotta fix something back here. The dogs are really not allowing me to stitch in my favorite chair. And that's going to be a question that's going to come up in this interlude, because there's a question I saw in one of my videos that I don't think I've responded to yet, that I was going to talk about in the video. And it was about, like, what do I like to stitch in? Like, what chair do I stitch in? And to be honest, right now I'm just stitching in a straight office chair, with back and arms and whatnot. But I'd love to stitch in my little lazy boy, but when I do, the dogs won't leave me alone. Like they're in this phase where they all want to climb into the chair with me, and so I get a couple up in there, and then it slows down my stitching, and then Jelly is so just excited, you know, oh my God, you're there. I got to love on you. And I can't turn her down, so I gotta love on her, and then I can't stitch, and then, you know, it just doesn't work out well. So sadly, I haven't been able to do that very much. But we are coming close to it being air conditioning season. Air conditioning season basically will start probably later this month at some point, when it gets hot enough in the house that I'm uncomfortable downstairs, that I will need to move up to the bedroom. And I've got just like a normal comfy chair with like an ottoman I can put my feet up on, and I'll probably get a lot of stitching done once I do that, because that would be awesome. Well, right here. So, but as of now, I've been doing a lot of stitching sitting in front of my computer, because I'm able to stitch and not have the dogs constantly all over me. Because when you got 7, the problem is that they're you know, one comes over and I give him some love, and then 4 more are like, oh, you're giving out love? I'd like some of that. And then so they come over and to get some love, and then it turns into a problem because somebody gets jealous, and then everybody gets in trouble because they start getting all raucous, and then it takes about 10 minutes to calm them down and get them to go lay back down again. And this repeats at least once an hour, if not twice. So it just gets a little hard. I was watching this video this week of, I think I saw it on Facebook. It was this little boy who's probably, I don't know, he might be 3 or 4. And apparently there's this bird, his dad, like, fosters birds and loves birds and whatnot, and apparently this bird picked the boy to be his person, and they had the bird from like 2 days old. Like the bird was born, and the person who had it like couldn't just didn't know what to do, couldn't deal with it, so they gave it to their friend, this guy. So he raised it, but as it was raised, like the baby was born. And so somehow just the bird was like, I'm a young baby, that's a young baby, that's my person. And so it's so funny because like you always see the bird right with the kid. And you wouldn't think a bird would be like that comfortable with a kid who's like, especially a little boy who's just kind of crazy and rambunctious. But it doesn't matter. Like everywhere with this kid, the kid be running around in the backyard or riding his bike or whatever, and the bird just flies up and lands on his head and rides around on his head, and the kid, obviously it happens so many times to the kid doesn't care. And so, I'm done with this card now. So, it was just so cute. And the thing they were saying was, you know, this bird could live to be 70 years old, so this kid and this bird are literally going to have a lifetime friendship, which is pretty awesome. I just hope that it's, you know, that the kid truly wants to have the bird, you know, because the bird clearly is imprinted on him and loves him. So I'm just rolling up my sleeves because we're getting to work here. Then I was watching this other foster video where there was, you know, where people take in, because you can imagine in the realm of animals that are neglected or abused or whatnot, birds got to be pretty high up there because they aren't, if you don't like them, they can be annoying, you know, which some people here have found out with my birds here, but, oh, hold on, I missed something somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yay. And so, it ends up, can I do that? I don't know if I want to right now. Let me see what colors I have, and then we'll stitch some more. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, we're going to do another dark color, and then we're going to probably switch over to some light stuff. But there was this bird that apparently had been abused with who knows what. But when the rescue, when someone finally, I guess they must have finally given the bird up, or who knows what happened, and went to a bird rescue, and the bird was just angry all the time, and bite anybody that tried to do anything with it, and just didn't want to have anything to do with anybody. And they tried different foster homes, and it just never worked out, because just the bird just would be like, no, 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 no. And so finally it came upon this one family and this one lady, and she discovered that singing a certain song to the bird would appease him, and he liked it, and he would calm down with it. And then ultimately, what they also found out was that they, wrapping the bird, like tucking the bird in, kind of wrapping it up in a towel, which is what you would do if you were going to trim a beak or trim nails or things like that. But that actually calmed him down, and he actually seemed to really enjoy it, because he could cuddle, he would allow people to kiss him, just that kind of thing. And so they were showing that bird, how it acted when it first came to their home, and how upset it always was, and then how it started calming down, letting everybody in the household kind of pet it. And of course the people are like, we're just going to keep this bird, because have that many foster homes fail, there's no guarantee that the new home would be a suitable place for the bird either. So have the bird live with them for the rest of their lives. But the bird was super happy now. That also reminds me of have you guys seen that beaver that lives in that person's house, which I think is crazy. Okay, I'm going to flat out say wild animals like that is crazy. If you want to do it, that's awesome, but I think that's crazy. But this one was this beaver that I guess was pretty young or whatever when they rescued it. I think it was, I don't know if it was hurt or what, but they had originally put it in the house, and then they were going to have it stay outside. But the beaver kept coming in the house. And here's the funny thing. There's two funny things. The one funny thing is that it constantly tries to build dams in the house, especially on staircases, or just like as you walk into an entryway. It will grab whatever it can find, shoes, clothes, pillows, everything, and it just piles them up on that area. And then they have to come along, and they take it down and put everything back, and then the beaver would then go find other things to use for a dam and build another dam someplace else. And he runs around with the dog in the house and whatnot. But the real funniest thing is the name of the beaver. They call him Justin Beaver. And so I was like, well, that's cool. I mean, the beaver's obviously very kind, and is not too crazy. I'm not sure if they've got him house trained in any way, but it's just funny. Boobity doobity doo, boobity 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 boo boo. I don't know if I told you guys this or not. You guys know I love the movie Coco. And if you haven't heard me say that before, and you like, say, Disney films, go see Coco. Oh my goodness gracious, I love that movie. It has a piece of my heart with it forever. I just absolutely adore it. It's absolutely wonderful. And but if you've ever seen it, you know that there's this whole, like, there's all this family that's in the movie, and all these family members, and some of them are dead as ghosts and whatnot, and not ghosts, but you'll know when you see the movie. And I'm like, one day I was like, I gotta know who is related to who, like how are they related and whatnot. And so I finally found this great family tree explanation, and that made me very happy to have a nice explanation. So now when I watch it, I'm like, oh, that person's that person, and that person's that person. So, excellent. I like knowing. I like knowing stuff. Boo-be-doo-boo-bee-be-doo-bee-be-doo. Got this a little bit twisted here. Here we go. I still haven't I bought that new phone holder thing, and I still haven't used it. It's still sitting on the kitchen table. So I gotta bring that up. Maybe I'll use that this afternoon when I do the interlude video. Where you going? Where you going, Popeye? What are you doing? Hi, Popeye. Hi, Popeye. Hey, Popeye. He kind of came over towards me. Hey, Popeye. We said Popeye. Popeye. Who's a good bird? Who's a good bird? You guys have now been with us for almost a year. Which, that's what happens in our household. Apparently, animals that are like, oh, they're on their last legs. And no, they aren't. They live in perpetuity. That's the word. Especially that Coco, crazy Coco downstairs. She is still trucking along. She is. Oh, another thing I gotta tell you guys. So, where's this? Ooh, hello. Did I have this color? I had a needle with some color. Found a needle within this thing. So is it this color that I'm working on? Well, hallelujah. That's what I'm doing. That'll work. Let's see. Let me double check the color that I gotta work here. The symbol. Okay. And let's see here. I got this part up here, I think, done. And then so I'm gonna try and work over here a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But anyway, what was I telling you guys? So I have one of my friends' kids. This is nuts because this is nothing I would have ever thought of when I was younger. But she is actually learning how to pole vault. And there's not a lot of places in this country that have pole vault coaches or pole vault training center. But they happen to live fairly close to where there is one. And so she is like rocking out the pole vaulting. And that is just truly, absolutely amazing. So she's actually, I want to say what she's like, 11, 12 now. And I mean, the fearlessness to just throw yourself up there is pretty amazing. She's gotten to a point now. We've been watching her progress on Facebook. So it's been like pictures or videos of attempts and whatnot. And they're now having her work on getting, like, sticking the pole and then swinging her feet up to touch certain markers and whatnot. And so she touched the 6-foot marker. So she got her feet all the way up enough to knock that thing down, which is what you're supposed to do at this stage. And so, and she's very close to being able to do the 8-foot one. And they said when she can knock the 8-foot one down, she can actually participate in a competition, because she might be able to get over the 6-foot one at that point. That's true. I mean, that's just ridiculously awesome. I think that's cool. These crazy kids doing all kinds of crazy things. I'm looking over in this one square because I'm like, should I go down and do these? Uh-oh, here comes husband. Don't say anything. Hi, husband. Hi, Coco. We're recording. There goes Coco eating the cat food. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Let's see, where am I? All the way over here? Okay, I'll just work on this part over here. Oh, doo-doo-doo. Let's see here. So anyway, so that's what's going on there. And then, let's see here. Working on some stitching. Hello, Coco Ma. Mama Coco. Mama Coco. Mama Coco. Mama Coco. Coco. Ooh, I'm gonna come all the way up here and do this. Woohoo! She's a little scavenger, that Coco is. She's getting close to needing a shave down. Gotta shave all that thick hair she has. She's like, there's got to be more in the bottom of this fruit bowl. I must have more. Aha. Oh, I am going to get a lot done in this little section now. Is that something I'm missing right there? Is that something I'm missing? I think it is. You getting to go to the store? Excellent. We've just been stitching. Here comes the cat that chased the dog. Okay, I'm going to pause this. Okay, so saved you guys from having to hear the explosion of noise when the cat finally gets enough of the dog and starts going after the dog, and the dog freaks out and scrambles away, and then the dogs downstairs scream, and it's our life, and we love it. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Anyway, so stitching wise, there's some stitching that needs to be done. That's for dang sure. I'm definitely behind in my usual amount of stitching that I've gotten done at this point. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get in there and get some different projects worked on. Baseball would be one of them. I'll probably just take it easy, do the easy stuff, and work on the umpire's back and shoulders and whatnot, just because I can get more done quickly on that. And then, gotta get something done on Old World Map 2. I always stitch on Old World Map 2. The birds are mad. They got an up close look of the dog, and they're telling me their displeasure. Right? Right? Yeah. Uh-oh. Do I have the hiccups now? It would be very bad. Very bad. Ta-da! Crowd goes wild. Come back and finish that stitch. There. I keep crossing my hand over. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just because I'm closer to it this time that I seem to catch myself. Like I'm always seeing myself. My little hand right there. My little hand. It's my little hand. I don't have little hands. I have little hands. I have really big thumbs. Like disproportionately large thumbs. Which would have worked well if I decided to continue playing the piano when I was a kid. Probably would have served me well. Possibly with guitar. But another time, another life. I'll do that thing. I'll do that one. Bada bing and a bada boom. There we go. Alright. So that's, I mean, we've done pretty good. We filled in a lot of this through here. We've been filling this in through here. Yeah, dudes. Getting there. Getting there. I'm telling you. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo. You don't want to hear me sing opera. I don't want to hear me sing opera. Oh, let's see here. Oh, man. I had the weirdest thing happen to me. Did I tell you guys about this? What day was that? Was it Thursday? Was it Wednesday? Was it Sunday? It had to have been after this thing. So I had a dream. When I have dreams, they're crazy dreams. They're multi-layered, multiple storylines that I gotta go from one story to the next in my dreams. It's just crazy. And so part of my dream that I had that one night was, I was like, I really want to listen to this one Pat Benatar song. I'm like, I can't remember the name of it, but it's my favorite song. And I was someplace where I could select songs to listen to, like a jukebox or, I don't know, a CD player or something. And I was looking for this song, and I could not find the song. And eventually I woke up and whatnot, and I didn't remember it right off the bat that I, had that part of the dream, because it's more like a deja vu type of thing. But I come in here to take care of the birds, and in the gecko, and I take everything off. And usually what I'll do is, you guys playing? You guys playing with each other? And what I'll do is, a lot of times I'll turn the radio on for them. And what was on the radio? It was Pat Benatar's Love is a Battlefield. And that was the song that I had been looking for to play in my dream. And I was like, whoa, freaky. Freaky deja vu. I thought that was kind of funny. So I have that. That happens occasionally. The other thing that I'm really good at, that I have a psychic, almost psychic ability. It's not really a psychic ability, but it's fun to think of it as such. I'm about 95% correct whenever I have to guess the gender of a baby when someone's pregnant. When they first tell me, I can usually, especially if I know both parents, if I know both of them, I'm usually able to tell. I can see it. I can see the little baby in my face, and in my mind, and I'm usually like, yeah, it's a blah blah blah, and I had another episode. Had a client come in and tell me not too long ago, we're pregnant. And I was like, well, do you know the gender of the baby? She's like, no, we're finding out next week. And I'm like, I believe it's going to be a little girl. A cute, cute little girl with dark eyes. And she was like, oh, I'll let you know. And so she's like, most people are guessing boy. I'm like, no, it's going to be a little girl. And sure enough, it was a little girl. I enjoy that. I love kids. I love kids. I love them so much. I love giving them away. I love when I get to send them back to their parents. But I love it when they're super friendly and they want to play. And kids just like attention. So if somebody gives them attention, they're usually, usually pretty cool with that. But I do not want children. I love kids, but I don't think that it took me a long time to kind of reach a patience level with things. And I mean, you guys are like, you see me now and you hear me now, and it sounds like I'm like, oh, I'm patient and all this stuff. No, I wasn't like that in my 30s. And in my 20s, I was so focused on certain things. I was selfish about achieving, my working on my career, and I had issues with sharing my time, and I wasn't the kind of person I was kind of a loner. I wasn't the kind of person that hung out with a lot of people. So if I had had a kid at that point, that would have, I know it would have been life-changing. And maybe it would have been so life-changing that I would have changed as a person and it would have been okay. But even now, like, I love kids, but I'm not wanting to be 100% responsible for one. I like to serve the position as auntie, chief advisor, or one of the chief advisors, because I did different things. A lot of my friends got married and had kids at a young age, and those kids are now turning into teenagers, and they're wanting to do things that, be more independent and goal-driven or career-driven, or do different things like that, or travel and stuff, and things that their parents didn't do because they had the kids. And so they come to me and ask me questions, and I like that role. I like that role a lot. You're losing your feathers, mister. You're losing your feather. I gotta clean your cage. Yeah, I know I do. But, I don't know. I like the chillins. Okay. What are we doing? All right. So, when we finish this part up, I'll be finishing with the stitching for this video here in a second. So, I'm gonna get a little bit more done. But I'm pleased with what we got done today. I am pleased. Oh, the bees are doing good. 3 weeks till we get the new bees in. We're happy with the progress they have made. They have done so well, and we think they will continue to do well. I'm just going to come down right here and do this part. It's just easier. And so that's good. You know what? Remember last year, like around this time, I remember times I got sick last year. I don't really think I got sick at all this year. And nothing has changed. Nothing is different. I mean, I didn't get a flu shot. I didn't. I'm a big believer in vaccines, but the flu shot in itself, I have. Like I said, I didn't get the flu shot this year, and I didn't get sick. Last year I got the flu, but I got the flu before the flu shot was available. I generally have really good, immunity, protection against getting sick. I did not do that well, did I? What did I do wrong? Hold on. Do I have a snag in the back? I kind of have a little snag in the back. So it works. And so, but yeah, I didn't get a cold. I mean, I think I might have been a little sick for a little while, but otherwise didn't get sick. Man, I'm probably jinxing myself, and I'm about to get a severe case of the flu or something, but I'm grateful, because as bad as that flu has been this year, with people dying, I mean, and people die every year of the flu, I know that, but like there have been young people dying, like 30 years old people dying. And so I'm grateful that I haven't gotten it, but I don't know why. But alright. So there's that. Still gotta finish filling in all of the little colors up here. But and that is, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that right through there. And then I'm filling in this whole area right here. And then this is the top of the cab that's finishing up right here. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy. Let me put this up for a second. Oh, let's everybody stretch. Arms up to the side, all over. Stretch. Stretching is good. All right, let's pull down something here. What should we pull down? Let me pull down Reap for a second. Reaper, don't you get me while you're down here. Hold on. Come here. Come here, Reap. All right, we're going to scare everybody with some Reaper here. But, so I am basically like, this is what I've gotten done so far. And I got this little area right here. So what I plan on doing is coming back and then coming down this way and getting, I gotta see it here, and then getting everything, you know, down through here. And then if I get, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just do like a page and then come over here and then do this page and then just work my way back and forth all the way down and then leave the scary part for the end. I think that's going to be really good. And then, oh, I've been working some on the bears. Not a ton, but some. And then, let me pull down, I always love looking at Old World Map too, the picture, because it's so beautiful. It's ridiculous. And it's hard to see. I know it's hard to see because I don't have a really big picture of it. I need to probably try and figure out how to get a bigger picture of it. But so we are right, like I'm working on this area like right here right now. The columns here are showing up loverly, I like to say, in the cross stitch. And so I'm working on like this little section right here, and then this next bit is going to be, I think it's going to be kind of fast, but we're getting so close to finish. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this will be done by the end of the year. This absolutely will be done. And then from there, then we'll come back over here, because we only got, I can't remember if the face is visible. I think the face is somewhat visible over here. And then we'll come down here and we'll fill in this really ridiculously colorful area here. And I guess, should I go? I guess I should probably go all the way down on the left side just to have an idea of the ultimate dimensions when it's done. And then we'll come back and we'll just start probably going across. Or maybe we'll go down and go across. I don't know. Sometimes it just depends on what I feel, you know? It's what I feel. But there's that one. Alright, let me also pull this one down because I've really slacked on Wonders of the World. Wonders of the World. Oh, I'm pulling everything down. I better put it back up for the weekly stitch with me. Or even the interlude today. You guys will be all over my case. Be all over my case. So I should come back here and start working, because I'm way up in the corner there. I need to get some more done so I can come over here and get some of these. What are these? Are these balloons? No, they're butterflies. They're butterflies. There's the part of a plane right here. But yeah, so we can get a better look at this, actually. We never really looked at Wonders of the World before. So this is that Mondo ridiculously huge piece that I'm doing in half stitches. Got igloos up here for like Alaska. Got skiers for Canada. Got the Toronto, the Sky Needle in Toronto. You know, all this stuff here. Got polar bear up here. Got another plane up here. Guitar. Why is a guitar up in the UK? I don't know. Is that like for like the English music, I suppose? Got Eiffel Tower. Got Big Ben. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Parthenon. Is it the Parthenon? Parthenon. It's got to be Parthenon. I don't know everything. Got the pyramids. Bunch of camels. Giraffes. Yeah, this thing is gorgeous. I had a friend of mine. I was trying to get in touch with basically a business contact of mine, also a friend, and I was trying to talk with him about some stuff, and he texted me back, and he's like, I can't talk on text. You got to sign up to WhatsApp, the WhatsApp app, because it's free texting everywhere for that. So I was like, all right. So I signed up for it, and I was like, well, where the heck are you that you need me to do this? And he's like, oh, I'm in Patagonia. Patagonia? I'm like, oh, I know the company, but where's Patagonia? I had no clue. Patagonia is like down here on the other end of the world. I'm like way up here. He's down here by the penguins and having a wonderful time. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's neat, isn't it? It's neat. And too bad Australia is going to be like one of the last things to get done, you know, when I'm 99 years old. But there's little Russian nesting dolls here. And another pair of nesting dolls. And then that is, oh, I was going to say, is that Santa Claus? And so it's hard to say. But they got the, what do they call it? The Burj Khalifa? Is that what this is right here? I think that might, yeah, that should be what that is right there. And then there's that other beautiful building that's there. And then we've got the Taj Mahal. And, oh, and then they got those twin towers that are in, what country is this, guys? I want to say Singapore, but I don't know if that's right. Don't know if that's right. But anyway, so, in case you want to know, Carter the Crested Gecko's family is like from right over here. Or over here in this little area somewhere. So, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's neat. It'd make a great puzzle, like jigsaw puzzle. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. I gotta load this video up so I can get other things done today. I'll see you guys soon in the interlude video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you got a lot of stitching done. The birds are clearly excited about you guys getting stitching done. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye.